Hey there guys, today we're starting to do some more commander decks from the new commanders from the D&D Battle for Baldur's Gate Commander Legends cards, and today we're doing Nine Fingers Keene. We're doing Gate Tribal here today. But just before we get into the video for today, if you are enjoying the content that I'm putting out there, please do consider subscribing, turning on that notifications. It really helps us out. But with that being said, let's get right on into the video for today. Alright, so we're doing Gate Tribal, and of course, this deck has been pretty well built towards Gate Tribal. We can see a lot of the new gates from the set in this average list already, which is pretty good, and a lot of the typical-ish gate style stuff and good gate payoffs. Some in this deck, and tutors and whatnot. All this other stuff that we can use for our gates and lands and all kinds of different things in the average deck data. We're going to need to add a few cards, maybe cut a few cards from a list, and we're going to put together a full list and see where we're at. Alright. So now we're having a look at the average deck featured here on Architect, and having a look at some of the cards that are in the deck. And of course, it's mostly a lands deck. 36 seems just a tad low and whatnot, but it seems like there's a lot of interesting cards in here, though I don't 100% agree with Villainous Wealth. I don't understand why that's in this deck. We're trying to win with gates. We're trying to win with all of that sort of stuff. So I don't really love the group hug friend cards, things like that, but I guess that they are all right for a deck like this because we really want to get our gates. So that's fine. So we've got lots of gate goodness. Ren and 7 or Ren and 8, whichever Ren this is, one of the Rens. Why is Putrefy in this list? That can go straight away. That's not nearly what we want to be doing here. Not nearly good enough for a deck like this. Oh, that's fine. So we've got a few other things. I would say we drop Counterspell. I know some people are going to say that's blasphemous, but I'm going to say that that's what we do. And I'm going to say we get rid of this Villainous Wealth. I don't know what it's really doing here. Like, some of these other cards I'm not going to 100% agree with either, but why do we have Arcane Signet? We don't need this. That's fine. Why do we need a Fire Streaker? Because it's when it deals combat damage. I see. Okay, that's okay. Not too amazing. I don't understand why we've got Greaves and Boots. We don't have that many basics, and we're in green, so we just do not need this. So that, I don't agree with Swiftfoot Boots to a degree, but whatever. As long as you control gate, sure. I don't know why people run Rhystic Study at all, but yeah. And for the price, I'm not too sure about it, but Exploration seems probably alright. So, I'm guessing that there's a sub-theme of Voltron here somewhere or something, but that's not really what we're going to be doing. We really want to be getting our commander in there just to get our gates. Okay, so that really doesn't... I get what it's trying to do, but I just don't agree with the whole direction. Because we're trying to win with gates. We're trying to kill people with gates. Even though this says it does stuff with gates, we don't really care. We want gate things. So we want to be doing gatey goodness. Other than that, I think we're kind of close with the rest of that sort of stuff. So let's get back down here and have a look at some of these cards. AC's fine. I'm not understanding... I guess it helps our lands untap as well. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's fine then. I wasn't really understanding at first. District Guide. Sawtooth. Provisioners, okay. Need more mana. Scoot Swarm. Scoot Swarm is cool, but that's not what we're doing here. We're trying to do gate things. Baloths is cool, but we're not trying to do that. We're just trying to do gates. So we just need mana to cast our spells and whatnot. So some of these other payoffs aren't really going to do a whole lot. They're just kind of in there because they're good-ish gate cards. But yeah, that's looking like most of the cuts that I would consider to make. Like I might consider Swiftfoot Boots, Lightning Greaves, because again, I feel like that's probably like on the plan of, you know, let's Voltron our commander in there and whatnot. So, but the rest I think is pretty fine. But I do think that we're a bit short on lands. So we've got a lot of the triomes in here, which I don't. Oh, actually, probably only have the one, don't we? Because we're in 3 colors. We're in Sultai, aren't we? So yeah, I don't really love triomes in 3 color decks. I know some people do, but I'm not a huge fan of them. And we've got so many gates as it kind of is. So, and we're really on the gate plan, so we really want all the gates that we can get. And we want to put in a gate in our deck somewhere. So we really want to minimize some of these other cards. I don't understand why we have 1 swamp. Like, how many cards do we have that actually have black? We should have more than a couple of cards that have black. Jeez. We don't even have any black, like, kill spells or anything. This is crazy. Like, I get that the deck's more about ramping or whatnot into your stuff, but, like, I don't get that. That doesn't make sense. Oh, yeah, you got a Bojuka Bog. That's fine. Still. Dimir, Guildgate. Field of the Dead. Field of the Dead's cool. We're trying to win with gates. So that's what my mantra of, like, looking at cards here is. Like, it's a really good card. But yeah, I don't think it's too winnable. So that's where I'm kind of, like, at with that. So we've got 2 out of the 3, gates here. The Golgari Guild Gate is... Oh, no, I didn't see it, actually, there. As a blind person. So we've got all of our 2 color gates. I think we've got all the other gates. We're at 35 lands, which I feel is a bit too low. How many blue spells do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we need way more blue than that. Look at how many blue spells we have. We need way more than that. And we certainly should be running at least some black kill spells in here. Like, I know the combo is more of a combo that people can't really interact too much with. So we don't really need too much counter spells. Yes, we might need some, but not a huge amount. Not, and that's, buried out in the number of them that are actually in the deck as well. So I'm going to add, 1. Oh, whoops. Because what we were at, 37. So, yep. We'll get this feels, no, I'll go 3 and 3. Go 3 and 3. Let's actually wait and see how many black spells I might add. So we'll just pause for a moment while we go and have a quick look and see what we can find. All right, so I've made a few quick swaps to this list coming in, and we have made it to 100 cards here, Have changed it a little bit from what it was. Not too badly, though, I hope. Though I did drop a couple other cards that I was kind of just too iffy on and too backflippy on, I guess. I really want our commander to have double strike so that we can get that ability multiple times. So I've looked for anything with double strike. So even Brass Knuckles is here. It's not that amazing, but it's just okay. So it'll go in. Grappling Hook, the same thing. Since we've got Boots and Greaves, I thought Cloak wouldn't be too bad because it also gives Shroud, which protects our commander, and it gives it unblockable, which can be very useful. Sometimes, again, we're not really trying to win with our commander, but whatever, it is still a useful part of our deck, and getting it in unblocked is useful. Strynik, just to copy our commander's ability, basically giving it double strike in a sense as well, helping us play more of those lands and whatnot throughout the game, or get more of the gates that we need as we're going along. The rest of it I kept pretty much the same. Added a bit more removal because I felt like it was lacking in some removal. And that's pretty much it. Nature's Claim, Reality Shift, Infernal Grasp. Though I think I might want Baleful Mastery over it to a degree now that I've put it there, but whatever, it's fine. Most of the other stuff stayed the same. I think we changed the lands just slightly from what I had, and I added Sunken Hollow instead of an island, so that made up for the whole me trying to choose between having 3 of 3 and whatnot and all of that. So it just balances out the number of black and blue lands and things like that. Added Ancient Green Warden to the creatures here. What else did we add? We added a couple other creatures. Gretchen, because I think Gretchen is pretty good. Kadama. Essentially, Kadama can play additional lands or whatnot. Or if we cast a 6-drop, we get a free 6-drop. Or a free 5-drop, 4-drop, whatever. So it's just really good. It has a lot of value. Can do a lot of different things. It has a lot of potential in this list. Sakashima, obviously really good because it can just copy anything and it'll be really good. Hierophant, untaps our lands and it untaps. So that means we can keep tapping and untapping our lands, making more and more mana as we're playing lands, so we get more and more mana, or at least we can untap our gates that are coming in tapped and whatnot. That was it, pretty much it, besides Zimone. I think, that's all the changes that I made quickly to this deck. So the main way that I wanted to build this deck was it's a Maze's End deck. So the main idea is to get Maze's End and win with Maze's End. Now, I know that's not the only way that you can win with this deck, but that's the funny way that I kind of wanted to build this deck. And, the challenge that I kind of set out with this whole build and whatnot. So I hope you guys like that build and whatnot. But, hey, you can let me know if you want to see a different build of this commander or any of the other commanders from the set. You can write your thoughts down there in those comments below, and I'll be sure to respond to any and all comments. I love interacting with you guys and talking about EDH, the geeky things that we love about this format. And, let me know what else you think about this deck, any other decks or whatnot. I'm going to do a couple more from the set because I think they're cool or think they're unique or think they're special. And just keep going, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. But if I don't see you guys down there in those comments anyway, I'll see you in the next one.